Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning if Israel is committed?
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
All right, Shalom. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushua, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and few sisters out there. Unto Israelite foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in Hebrew, which means peace. It's going to be a quick show through no one and through the Spirit. No only our brothers to edify. The fiasco that is Esau. And proving that, Trump was pissed because they keep switching they keep changing the script on him. This is not the first time he was pissed. They always catch him off guard, proving that these people that's in position of power are nothing but caretakers. That's all they are. Trump is a caretaker. Putin is a caretaker. You know, all these world leaders are just avatars of the people that runs them. And overall, the Most High himself is running everything. So he was upset because this is pride right here. Now, everything we've been saying about this man, not just the orange man, just these people in general, is coming to fruition. More and more, everybody's talking about how barbaric. Oh, let me find out. Let me see that thing if I find it. How barbaric these small hatters are. And even to the point, let me see if I find it. Lord will forgive me. It was a photo. Let's see, Bob. Nah, I don't got it. I sent it. It was in the chat. What am I doing? Found it. So Jay, this is from the elder bro up in Chicago, posted it. JS, or small hat wearer, man at Russia airport saw a 2-year-old Muslim child, picked him up, slammed him down, and the child went into a coma. And this is the photo. So the world's realizing who the fuck they're dealing with. Alright? They're realizing who the fuck they're dealing with. Mr. DJ Trump, his lineage probably goes somewhere down that road. But he's not even that fucked up. And there was other news of how fucked up these people that wear small hats are going around and doing the most egregious, most inhumane thing that's possible. And they're doing all this shit under the guise, not because they're stronger than anybody, not because they're mightier than anybody, they could fight nobody. No, they're doing all this in the guise of peace, where everybody's has to tolerate them because they cooked up the books so they could be protected. But this is how they show them their true characteristics. That's crazy. Who does that? Even as much as we, in its truth, don't like certain people, we won't do something like that. But this is who Trump himself is realizing that he's created a monster, like he's supporting a monster. because he wants to play the role of the hero, and they're fucking up his. This is all egotistical shit, because he don't give a fuck about nobody. That's when the whole ceasefire thing. I should have looked up the tweet. He says, "Congratulations to people." Like, how you congratulate motherfucker getting bombed for no apparent reason after they made a treaty with you, and you was talking about the next day they got to surrender. Well, at first he said they have to. No, first he said, this is exactly what the numbnut said. He said, I gave them plenty of time. You know, he didn't. He acted like he didn't. He wasn't part of it. Then he was for it. And then when shit's not going his way, then he wants to cause a ceasefire. And when the ceasefire doesn't go his way, he want to cry like a bitch because he wants to look good in front of everybody. This is all egotistical shit. They playing a game, and everybody's catching up. And what he fails to understand, he's being played. He's being played. All right, they are being played. Those on the left-hand side of the Lord, they're being played. All right, they're believing that they controlling the narrative, they're controlling the scene, and not knowing that it's the Lord that's doing that. The Lord himself. This is why it says this. Because this came in my head a lot. Zephaniah. Hey, oh, well, you know what? Nah. Zephaniah 3. and 8. It says, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord. So the Lord is telling his people to wait. All right. Now, if the small hat wearers and the non-small hat wearers who converted, who changed their names and so forth, because they were saying, I was watching Candace Owens, she was basically saying that, was it Lindsey Graham? No, not Lindsey Graham. Yeah, Lindsey Graham was, I believe he's one of the senators. But it was Dick Cheney's daughter was happy. She was shedding tears of joy when the U.S. striked Iran. And the ecstatic, the happiness that they show towards the inhumane things to everybody's realizing like, yo, these people got a serious issue. See, they'll play the game of being a victim. They play that very well. But they play in a way of the conqueror. So, if they were the people of the Lord, they still wouldn't be following orders. If they were the people of the Lord. Because half of the shit, all the shit that they're doing is out of order. If they were the people of the Lord. But they're not the people of the Lord. They're doing exactly what the Lord wants them to do. So the Lord's telling us that knows who we are through the Spirit. All right, his people, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the hopeful elect, to wait on him. So waiting is what? If you're waiting for something like this, meaning you're anticipating a physical outcome. All right, matter of fact, let me get this real quick. Not this one. What's me, Pocky? Oh, right there. Let me get this one real quick. I believe it's Sirach 20. Sirach 20. It's not 20 then. Let me just type in. Clouds. Alright, Sirach 13. No, that's not the one. That's not the one. This is the 135 then. Salakia. Sirach 35 and let's start at 10. Give unto the Most High according to as he has enriched thee, and as thou hast gotten, give with a cheerful eye. So that's a commandment. So we have to go out there and be givers, right? And expect nothing in return. But the only thing we're going to get in return is what? From the Most High. For the Lord can recompense and will give thee 7 times as much. Do not think to corrupt with gifts, for such he will not receive. Trust not to unrighteousness sacrifices. For the Lord is judge, and with him is no respect of persons. He will not accept a person against a poor man, but he will hear the prayer of the oppressed. So all the shit that these people are doing to hear us in the shores of America and the broader worldwide scale, the Lord's not dealing with those that's in a position of rulership. And that proves it right there. Because these are the people that's helping oppress. All right. It says, he will not despise the supplication of the fatherless, nor the widow when she poureth out her complaint. Do not the tears run down the widow's cheeks? And is not her cry against him that causeth them to fall? He that serveth the Lord will be accepted with favor, and his prayer shall be reached unto the clouds. The prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds. Until it come, he will not be comforted, and will not depart till the Most High will behold to judge righteously and execute judgment. And that's talking about whom? The elect. Because the elect has the Lord's key ear. All right. So let's say hypothetically there's few elect members in the Gaza Strip. Oh, the Lord hears that. All right. But if it's just regular people, the Lord don't care. It says, for the Lord will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient towards him, till he hath smitten in sunder the loins of the unmerciful, and repaid the vengeance to the heathen, till ye have taken away the multitude of the proud, and broken the staff of the unrighteous. That's why the scripture tells you in Isaiah the 14th chapter about how oppressive Babylon is or was. All right. And how the Lord had to break Babylon down. Roughly paraphrasing it, because it's few mixes, but here's the point. So he have rendered to every man according to his deeds, the works of man according to their devices, till ye have judged the cause of his people, and made the rejoice in his mercy. Mercy is seasonable in the time of affliction, as the clouds of rain in the time of the drought. So these people going out there doing the most evilest thing towards everybody and showing no mercy. All right, showing no sorts of mercy at all. So the Lord's gonna respond to that. So all these people are doing is tallying it up. Now we understand why we're gonna punish them the way we're gonna punish them. All right. Now you can see why the heathens. Matter of fact, I should go there. Yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Jeremiah 2, real quick, and 13. It says, "For he shall have judgment without mercy that have shown no mercy, and mercy rejoices against judgment." So there's a reason why this man's not gonna be given no mercy. He's not showing nobody in this world mercy. Okay, so going back to this real quick. Zephaniah 3 and 8. Wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day I rise up to the prey. So we're waiting. We're crying consistently for us being oppressed. All right, for for those that's oppressing us, not for them to keep pressing us. For the Lord to tear them down. All right. So the Lord said He's gonna rise up to the prey. He's gonna see them as prey. No matter how much freaking buckle busters that they have, no matter how much firepower that they got, the Lord's gonna destroy all that. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. So the Lord is putting in the minds of Trump to follow orders, no matter how stupid it may look, no matter how much they may disrespect him. He's gonna follow their orders. Yet Benjamin Netanyahu is one of the worst individuals in the planet Earth, and everybody's starting to see it. But even he's getting his mind persuaded to do certain things. It says, Proverbs 21:1, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whatsoever he will. Meaning, men don't have no free will. All right? None of these leaders have free will. Matter of fact, Daniel 10, I believe should be 12. Then said he unto me, fear not, Daniel, for the first day. No, I'm sorry, that's gotta go up. Daniel's 10 and 11. And he said unto me, this is Yahushua talking to Daniel. All right? O Daniel, O greatly beloved, understand the words that I speak unto thee, and stand upright unto thee. No, I'm sorry, that's not the one. It's going to go further up. Oh, actually, hold on. I'm right. It says, and I was, when I have spoken this word unto me, when he had spoken his word unto me, I stood and trembled. And he said unto me, fear not, O Daniel, for the first day that didst shut thy heart to understand, to chastise thyself before the Lord before thy power, thy words were heard, and I came for thy words. So Daniel was he was praying, that's a proof right there that the Lord hears the elect. He hears the humble. He hears his people. Right? That right there proves it. So he was like, look, we heard you from the beginning, but this is why he didn't respond. But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days. But lo, Michael of the chief princes came and helped me, and I remained with the kings of Persia. So what was he doing? He was working on the minds of the leaders. So all these world leaders, and it so happens of Persia, right? So all these world leaders' minds are being worked. And look, as much as we thought Iran had a nuclear bomb, they obviously didn't have a nuclear bomb, because the evidence is what? If they had a nuclear bomb, America would never think about bombing them. All right? Look at North Korea. North Korea got themselves a bomb. And North Korea, America's not even looking that direction any longer. Is it what they call a deterrent? So now, and Spirit had a way back then, the Lord was working in the minds of the Persians, the kings, the Persians. Now he's working in the minds of modern day Persia. Like, no, enough is enough. Now you want to go out there, you want to, no matter what they say, you're going to utterly destroy them. See, man think that they're controlling things, but the Creator got everything right the way he wants it. And right now, the Lord, Yahweh, is allowing his angels, matter of fact, let me go into that. Revelations 14. Saying to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which were bound in the great river Euphrates. So when you read Revelation, the 7th chapter, it tells you that the angels was holding back the wind. What wind is that? The wind of destruction. Right? But it's going to get to a point where they're going to be loose. And right now, they're loose. They're allowing things to happen. So the angels are working in the minds of all the leaders and making them do things that is very detrimental to their health, to their well-being. Like the elder brother had put up a show, which was heavy, showing that they're not going after Iran because they have 60% uranium and they're close to a nuclear bomb. No, they're going after Iran because of natural resources that they have in that land. And these natural resources is only found in Iran. Since Iran don't want to play ball, they're going to have to get into that land. That's the Lord working on them, working on the minds of all these people. One way or another, everybody got the invite. They're getting an invite, all right? And they all heading to the Middle East for that great judgment. It says, and the 4 angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour, a day, a month, a year, for to slay the third part of man. And that's the purpose of holding back. Why was it being held back? It was for the elect's sake. Matthew 24:22 tells you, if set those days be shortened, that no flesh will be saved. But for the elect's sake, the days are shortened. So as it tells you, when this gospel be spread in same chapter, when this gospel be spread to the 4 corners of the earth, then the end shall come. So now the main people, the most important people on the planet Earth, got what they need from the Lord. Now the Lord is allowing the angels to let loose, work in the minds of the leaders. All right? And Trump is upset because he's feeling being played. He is being played. Nobody likes to be played. But it doesn't matter. You're just a meat puppet that the Lord put into a position of power. You are put in a position to fulfill prophecy. And that prophecy is what? For America to be utterly destroyed. Okay? And this is why it says this. I'm going to end it, like I said, I'm going to end it off on this. Isaiah 14. That's what I want. The whole thing is bad. It said, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. So, no matter what happens, no matter how bad his situation is, the Diggler, he's freed. All charges drop. Well, guess what? The Diggler, he's an Israelite, a saint. Okay? Even though we know it's set up and so forth, but it's kind of crazy because they had him dead to right. And now they dropped the charges. Well, guess what? Just like how they dropped the charges on that monster. Well, guess what? The Lord is going to drop the charges for his people. All right? It starts with the elect. He's about to drop all charges. Everything that his people overall, all Israel, have done unto him, he's going to drop the charges. But it's a process. That process is the elect got to be sealed. The elect is going to get it right, be saved, and 2/3 that didn't make it going to come back through the elect. So the mercy doesn't go to everybody. The mercy remains with the same people that was promised. That's merciful. So all this tit for tat, how these Christians are trying to say, oh, God loves everybody. Now everybody's on a stench of how wicked those small hatters are, because they think that they're the biblical Israelites, and then how the churches now is the spiritual Israelites. It doesn't work like that. Okay? It doesn't work like that. The Lord is going to have ultimate mercy on his people, because the Lord is the one that's punishing his people. All right? Unlike the small hat words, they're not being punished. They're being praised. They're running shit. It says, and will yet choose Israel. So once again, RuPaul, the Diggler, what's another foul nigga? I mean, they all foul. They all sold out. All these worthless niggas, the Lord's still gonna choose them. That's where the house of mercy comes. That's where mercy comes from. The grace is for the elect, and the ultimate mercy is for all Israel. Right? And it says, and will set them in their own land. So he's gonna put his people in the land, not the other way around. You're not gonna get no tickets. You're not gonna get passports to go over there. The Lord said He's gonna do it. All right, you don't need no conglomerations with the nations and having them pass a bill, and like how they did that to show you that they're not the people. They're not absolutely not the people. And it says, and the strangers shall be joined with them. Why? Because you have Israelite foreigners that's scattered abroad in the world. All right. Hey, some of the Philistines, I mean the Palestinians, some of them are Israelites. Okay. Listen. No matter what, Israel's gonna be punished like the heathen, and that's for the Lord to know who's who and what's what. So, yeah, it could be thousands of Palestinians, but when it comes to that one that looked like a Palestinian that was actual Israelite, the Lord is pissed off at that, even though He's punishing them. Because who's doing it? Those who's doing it are going to get punished for what they did unto the Lord's people. So all the Israelites that scattered abroad in the four corners of the earth that look like the other nations, they're going to be joined back to the house of Israel. It says, and they will cleave to the house of Jacob. Cleaving is something not any stranger could cleave onto. Is family. Your family cleaves onto one another. Family cleaves onto one another. So that's what that's talking about. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord. But now it's talking about the outsiders, those that are not part of Israel. They're going to be possessions, right? For servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives who captives they were, and they shall rule over the oppressors. So those that oppress in this world is going to be oppressed in the world to come. All right? So from the Israelite foreigners coming back today, no, that's why the scripture says in the same the same book, that the sons of strangers shall carry them. So, well, the kings shall carry the Israelite babies. Okay? And that's the fulfillment. So you're going to have Israelites. That's why John had that revelation. And the angel asked him, who's these? And he said, he don't know, because they all look different. They didn't look like your typical Israelite. All right? They look like all the other nations. But as far as the actual strangers, the people that's not of us, that oppressed us, that put us down on this world, they're going to be slaves. All right? And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, shall give thee rest from thy sorrows, from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. Yeah, because we're in the wrong side of history. We're in the bottom of the societies. Right? Thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how will the oppressor cease, and the golden city cease? The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked, and the scepters of the rulers. So proving that these devils are in a position of rulership, and the Lord's breaking their power. That's why He said, oh, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. No, none of y'all do. When y'all made that choice, or not even made that choice, when the Spirit of the Lord made you move this thing faster, that was for your own demise, so He could break you in half. All right. And as soon as see how fast this here is going, when they bring that chip, it's a wrap. It's actually gonna go super fast. If it's going super fast for just a few missiles dropping, how much faster when the great oppression, the great tribulation is gonna take place? It's gonna go super fast. So the Lord is gonna break this man in half. He that smote the people in wrath with a continuing stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. And it goes into the point where in the future in the kingdom, that all the things that they done unto the Lord's chosen people, they're gonna pay for that. All right, because everybody's suffering right now because of these greedy fucking bastards. All right, all these greedy motherfuckers are they're not letting nothing loose. They're giving it all their demonic efforts to crush the oppressed, and the oppressed, it so happens to be the Lord's people. So hey, keep doing what you're doing. Hey, Tawada Yahaba Shem Yahushai for using these wicked avatars to usher in the kingdom. All right, that's why that's what the Lord say, wait ye upon me. We're waiting for the Lord, and right now the Lord is letting loose and telling us it's almost time. It's almost time. So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.